Today, the streets of Washington, D.C. transformed into a speedway as Indy cars raced around the National Mall. The president and the first lady revving into action themselves, taking a lap in the beast. It comes as the administration is shifting economic pressure into essentially a key ally into high gear, despite concerns of the impact on American consumers. Today, the president posting, quote, Canada wants the benefits of being a state without being one. They have charged our great farmers with tariffs. No more. That from President Trump. But experts say that escalating trade war with our friends to the north will soon have people on both sides of the border essentially paying up. CBS's Jared Hill has more.
As a new skyscraper stretches above Manhattan, new U.S. tariffs on Canada could soon send the cost of building in the states soaring. Canadian concrete and plywood are among the list of construction materials slapped with President Trump's 50% tariffs. American home builders have already said the U.S. doesn't make enough of its own to replace its demand at a time when building more housing is critical to tackle the affordability crisis.
For Americans, I think what you're going to start seeing is, again, higher prices in the United States.
The White House's new levies target a range of Canadian goods, from hockey sticks to dairy products and even national flags. Notably not included, the auto industry, which has an entwined relationship with the United States. Alcohol from north of the border is also subject to higher import duties. That includes Crown Royal and Fireball, an American product made with whiskey from Canada. 8 of 10 Canadian provinces kept American wine and spirits off store shelves in retaliation to President Trump's previous tariffs and threats to make Canada the 51st state. That boycott has caused American spirit exports to drop by more than 70%.
President Trump is the type of person that would steal your lunch money.
Doug Ford, Conservative Premier of Ontario, spoke Saturday.
He is not to be trusted whatsoever. We need to stay united.
Jared Hill, CBS News.